kids! Welcome to Bookworms Reading Studio. I am Teacher Tal, and today we are going to read a story from Maranao, which is on the southern Philippine island of Mindanao.
At the end of the lesson, you are expected to compare Pilandok and Dato Usman, interpret the meanings suggested in visual media focusing on the visual elements, and complete a task observing the visual elements reviewed in the lesson.
Before we dive into the realm of the people of the lake, let's unlock first the unfamiliar words from the story to improve our vocabulary.
First word, unnoticed. It means not seen or noticed. Sentence: good deeds will never go unnoticed. Second word, unhurt. It means not hurt, intact, or uninjured. Sentence: there was an accident yesterday. Luckily, everyone was unhurt. Third, unshakable. It means not possible to weaken or get rid of, and not able to be shaken. Sentence: Pilandok had an unshakable character. He often gets what he wants. Fourth word, untouched. It means not subjected to touching or not handled. Sentence: upon hearing the news, Dato stood up from the dining table, which left the food untouched. Fifth word, indebted. It means owing gratitude for a service or favor. Sentence: I am forever indebted to my teacher for helping me.
Now that we have decoded the difficult words from the story, let me ask you questions to ponder on.
First, if you are faced with challenges, what do you think is the best way to overcome it? Second, what do you think are the qualities of a leader?
The country has 7,600 islands. With those islands are people who tell stories which were passed on by their great-great-grandparents. Those stories often reflect the struggles of their times. Moreover, they are also sources of lessons that the current generation should learn. Today, we are going to hear a story from our Mindanao brothers and sisters. This story would tell us how money doesn't always guarantee winning, and cleverness done in a right way may help you in life. Come, join me as we unravel the folklore of Maranao entitled
Pilandok in the Kingdom of the Maranao Sea, a national folktale from Maranao, Mindanao. There was a man named Pilandok in Maranao. He was known for his silliness and cleverness. This got the attention of Dato Usman. He is a selfish, greedy, and cruel ruler. He became a target of Pilandok's pranks and tricks. Servants, who is this person being talked to? I heard he can escape any challenges. His name is Pilandok, Dato. Huh? An awful name for an awful rumor. Bring him to me and lock him up. We heard he escapes all the time. The servants looked for Pilandok day and night. One day, Pilandok suddenly appeared. The servants seized him and brought him to the Dato. Dato Usman was very pleased. He laughed at Pilandok for being caught. "I would like to test you. I will put you inside a cage. Then you will be dropped in the sea. Then we will see if you are really great." "But why me, Dato Usman?" Pilandok begged. Dato Usman didn't listen. On their way to the sea, the soldiers got tired. They asked Dato Usman if they could rest. Dato Usman agreed. They should make sure to catch the high tide tomorrow. A merchant happened to pass by. He asked Pilandok about the situation. Pilandok said he is going to marry a princess. However, he doesn't like her. Pilandok was crying. He tried to convince the merchant of his lies. "That is a very sad story. However, the princess might not be that bad. I can help you. I will marry the princess for you." "I am very glad to hear that. I am lucky to meet someone like you. I will forever be indebted." The merchant and Pilandok exchanged places. They also exchanged their clothes. Then, Pilandok grabbed the merchant's products. The soldiers unnoticed the switch. Morning came, and the soldiers continued their task. Pilandok was shouting that he will marry the princess. They were confused, so they threw him right away. Days passed. Datu was surprised to see Pilandok. He is alive and unhurt. The presence of Pilandok annoyed Datu Usman. Datu Usman asked Pilandok how he got free. Pilandok said his cousin helped him. He is the king of the Maranao Sea. Datu Usman ordered that he meet the said king. Datu Usman was having doubts. However, Pilandok teased him more. "Don't be scared, Datu. Where is this brave and unshakable Datu I know? I can get a massive pearl as a proof. It will also be a welcome gift from him." Pilandok wants Datu Usman to believe him. He dove directly to the sea. He got him a massive, beautiful pearl. Datu Usman was shocked. He believed in Pilandok. The Datu ordered the soldiers to bring him down. So, the soldiers brought him down to the sea. Pilandok told the soldiers to leave the cage untouched. The movements mean they are having fun. He added that they must be playing around. Then, the soldiers saw some movements in the water. They believed Pilandok. They didn't touch the cage. With this, Pilandok sneakily ran away. When they saw that there were no movements, they pulled the cage. The soldiers were shocked. They witnessed Datu Usman almost dead. He is not moving, and his stomach is full of water. They looked around for Pilandok. Pilandok was nowhere to be found. They realized after that it was another trick. Pilandok got them.
To assess your understanding of the story, let's answer the following questions.
First question. Who is the main character of the story? Pilandok. Second question. Who helped Pilandok escape from the guards? The merchant helped Pilandok escape. Third question. What did Pilandok do to convince Dato Usman that the king of the Maranao Sea is true? Pilandok dove directly into the sea and came out with a massive, beautiful pearl. Now that you have known the story of Pilandok in the kingdom of Maranao Sea, let's get to know more visual elements which can help us interpret visual media. Line. It is the foundation of all drawings. It can be used to suggest shape, pattern, distance, movement, and a range of emotions. Symbol. It is a mark, sign, or word that represents an idea, object, or relationship. Distance. It is the connection between the viewer and the subject. It is how near or far the subject is shown.
Have you grasped the lesson clearly? Let's check by answering the following questions.
It is the connection between the viewer and the subject. Distance. Number 2. It is a mark, sign, or word that represents an idea, object, or relationship. Symbol. Number 3. It can be used to suggest shape, pattern, distance, movement, and a range of emotions. Line. Now that we are done with our discussion and different activities, let us now check what we have learned together by answering the following questions. Instructions for assessment. Read each item carefully and write the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. All the following are meanings of unhurt except A. Hurt, B. Intact, C. Not hurt, D. Uninjured. The answer is A. Hurt. Number 2. Unshakable means A. Not possible to be touched, B. Not possible to be dented, C. Not possible to notice, D. Not possible to weaken or get rid of. The answer is D. Not possible to weaken or get rid of. Number 3. How do you describe Pilandok? A. Pilandok is a lazy person. B. Pilandok is a hard worker. C. Pilandok is a generous person. D. Pilandok is a clever person, yet a trickster. The answer is D. Pilandok is a clever person, yet a trickster. Number 4. How about Dato Usman? A. Dato Usman is cruel and greedy. B. Dato Usman is a generous and loving leader. C. Dato Usman is a lazy and ungrateful leader. D. Dato Usman is a model leader to the rest of the people. The answer is A. Dato Usman is cruel and greedy. Number 5. What did Pilandok do to convince Dato Usman that the king of Maranao Sea is true? A. Pilandok dove directly to the sea and comes out with a massive, beautiful pearl. B. Pilandok told Datu that there is a bigger castle in the sea and he must take it. C. Pilandok took gold coins from the bottom of the sea. D. Pilandok showed the Datu a map of a treasure in the heart of the sea. The answer is A. Pilandok dove directly to the sea and comes out with a massive, beautiful pearl. Number 6. In the illustration, what signifies that a character is being trapped? A. Cart. B. Cage. C. Forest. D. Merchant. The answer is B. Cage. Number 7. In the two pictures shown, what visual element is present? This visual element refers to how near or far the subjects are shown. A. Distance. B. Framing. C. Lines. D. Symbols. The answer is A. Distance. Number 8. In the illustration, what symbol or item was used to deceive the Dato Usman? A. Cart. B. Cage. C. Pearl. D. Rope. The answer is C. Pearl.
I am certain that you did well in the tests. To reinforce what you have learned from today's lesson, take note of the following assignment.
The story of Pilandok tells us that we can take matters in our own hands. When people in power are not doing their jobs right, we can make a difference. We only have one planet. Thus, it is not only the work of the government to protect our planet, but also ours. We must be clever and brave like Pilandok to solve problems. How do we solve various problems around us? Do the following task to help solve and let the people know of this problem. Choose one of the following tasks. Make sure to apply the visual elements in the visual media that we discussed. Option 1. Choose one superpower. How are you going to solve the garbage with that superpower? Make a poster using the lines, symbols, and distance. Here is the rubric for the option 1. Option 2. Draw a community whose problem in garbage has been solved. How would the community look? Explain your work in 2 to 3 sentences. Make sure to follow the visual elements. Here is a rubric for option 2. Option 3. Cut pictures from old newspapers or magazine about proper waste disposal. Make a collection of those pictures and explain the pictures. Here is a rubric for option number 3.
It was indeed a day of excitement and learning. Till we meet again in the Bookworms Reading Studio. Bye!